So how did you find this car? Where did this car come from?
I found it. It was in a guy's carport at a place called Summit in Vancouver Island, and I saw it sitting there. Stopped in a few times and finally talked to me to sell it. We got it for $75. Towed it home.
And you lived in Duncan.
Yeah.
And so what year was that?
That'd be 59.
Okay. And you were how old when you were in 59?
19. I was logging for a year, and then I quit that, and then I went to work for D&D Tire. And they were the only speed shop on the island at the time. So, but anyway, I made some money, and then I wanted to get into cars. I just loved cars all my life. So I had my first car at 15, a 34 three-window Ford Coupe. Yeah.
So in this car, when you got it, what kind of shape was it in?
It was just bone stock.
Bone stock.
Yeah.
But a good shape like bone stock?
Yeah, it was a very excellent shape.
And did you say how much you paid for it? Do you remember?
$5.
$75. Yeah. So that was a lot of money back then.
Actually, rust-free.
Rust-free. Wow. And what car was it again? It was the...
It was 29.
Yeah, okay.
29 Roadster.
Roadster, okay. So what was the first thing you did to it?
Just stripped it down.
Yeah.
Stripped it right down to bare bones. Stripped
Yeah.
the body off the frame. And then had a friend, his dad had a blacksmith shop. And he had I didn't have that much money at the time. I had to do it myself. So I went out to learn how to weld from him. And did designed the frame myself and boxed it. Special cross members and stuff.
So was it always a plan to make a show car?
Not really. But I was sort of, really enthused with Cookie Burns and those guys. And
Cookie Burns is...
he had that 27T, in that Sunset Strip. And I liked that sort of thing. So my vision was to build similar to that, yeah.
Like, what was your first show with the car? Do you remember?
Victoria Quarter Miler show.
In 60.
That was right here, I think. In 61, 59.
So you built it pretty quick.
Yeah, year and a half. It took me two years. So I must have bought it in 57.
Okay. Bought
yeah,
it
okay. But that was the first show. So I bought it in 57. I was over in the Vancouver show, and he happened to be over here and come and asked me if he could shoot it the next morning. So Sunday morning behind the PNE. That's when he shot it, yeah.
And you were in the show at the PNE?
Yeah.
Okay, and they let you take it out of the building to shoot it?
Sunday morning. The shows only went till Saturday then.
Oh, they were a week, right?
They were a week long.
Sunday to Saturday.
So Sunday morning he met me down there early, and so that was nice.
And is Pete Suklak, I know the name, but is he a local guy or?
No, he's from California.
He's from California. He happened to come up and see the car and thought it was...
He sort of did all the Northwest cars, yeah.
Yeah.
Very well known. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but he was nice.
Well, that was
he
a,
shot
yeah,
from there, and then that was that 60? Was it in the magazine?
It was in September of 60, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He shot it that spring, I guess, whenever the show was.
Yeah.
And next year it was in the Hot Rod magazine. Yeah.
And then it was in Hot Rod, and then it was in other magazines
Rod
too.
and Custom.
What year Rod and Custom, do you remember?
It's on the wall there. A couple of years later.
Yeah, and was black. So you painted it green originally.
Green original. I call it the Jade, and it was Jade Green.
And you had a piece of upholstered thing that you went on the inside of for show inside the radiator.
Yeah.
That was sort of standard.
Today is kind of kooky,
And you had those.
I look back to embarrass.
And you had those little gas can and oil and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, but I look back thinking now.
What other modifications you do to the body?
I channeled it.
How many inches do you think?
The frame, buddy, 8 inches in the back.
Okay.
And then channeled it to the width of the frame, probably 6-8 inches. And I actually lowered the front a little bit more.
And it was fenderless, right?
Yeah.
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 And that was legal back then.
Not really.
No, okay, not really.
But they sort of turned the other way. Yeah.
And did they have city tests then, back then?
No, not in the island.
Because the guy told me that
not in the islands.
Yeah, Bromley told me that they could not drive the car into Vancouver from North Van because they'd get a ticket right away. Yeah. Okay. So in the island they didn't have it either. Okay. And then what else? What did you do to the interior?
It was the white tuck and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the brakes on it?
Yeah, I had 48 Ford hydraulic brakes on it.
Okay. And the engine was?
It was a 48 Merc.
What kind of carburation on it again?
I had 2 carbs on it when I had it.
And what kind of manifold? Do you remember what kind of manifold?
Yeah,
it was?
I had Fenton, or the manifold was Yeah, it was a Fenton manifold and Fenton headers.
Nice. The rear end was?
39 Ford, I think, or 40.
And the tranny?
It was the same thing. 39,
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember, did you do any gears in the back, or?
I don't recall
Okay.
that time. Whatever they had.
And this, okay.
They only had one set of
And where did you find the transmission? Just a wrecking yard or something?
Reckon Blackie's Auto Wrecking.
And where was Blackie's, on Duncan?
Yeah, stuff off of him, yeah.
Okay. Where else did you get cool parts from?
There and Horton's Auto Wrecking up
Hort-
just outside of the Cobble Hill. But pretty well everything from the scrapyard, from the wrecking yard.
And the suspension, was it just like a,
Yeah,
two parallel springs?
I put a dropped axle in it.
Yeah, in the front?
Yeah.
And there was a single spring, the buggy spring?
Yeah.
And what about the back?
It was same. It's the stock spring.
Oh, so it was a buggy spring?
The stock rear end with the stock spring. Yeah. And I had some goofy idea. I turned reversed the two drums so the spring was in the front. I figured it would handle better, but.
When did you paint it black?
Just before it was in that magazine, so it would be 61, I guess.
Painted it black yourself?
No, Dave Winter, a friend of mine, painted it from Victoria.
But you did most of the other work, the body work
yeah,
and wrenching and everything, yeah. Just the interior and the paint was the only thing you had done?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And the when it was black, how did you get it in the magazine, the next magazine?
Good, actually. Black, as soon as I, like, some of the shows I get in, I'd get second place. As soon as I painted it black, I'd get first every time I was in a show. Just the difference.
So how did you get in the next magazine? Where did they see it, or?
Pardon me?
The next magazine?
I think it was again here at Vancouver, yeah. Actually, a friend of mine had brought the car over that time, Ray Mitchell, and he'd know better. It was the World's Fair with invitation only show, yeah. I got first place down there. That was sort of my really crowning moment. That was,
yeah.
And from there, I always had a vision of trying to go to the Oakland Roadster show, but because I had a family, married with a family. And
yeah.
I just couldn't do it. But a friend of mine went to Seattle with me.
Yeah.
And he saw the response down there, and the Americans just loved the car. And I got first place, and he offered to buy it off me when I got back.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to sell it, but he made me an offer I couldn't turn down,
Yeah.
And bought my first house with that. So I paid half the mortgage of the house.
So you paid $75 for the car. You remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember what the most expensive piece you bought to put in the car?
The paint?
Or was paint not really that much money back then?
In those days it wasn't.
Yeah, okay.
I did a lot of swapping with stuff too.
Yeah, okay.
Because I had a little shop in my backyard, and I used to do hot rod repairs and stuff.
No, but the shop you worked at.
Oh, D&D Tire.
And they were a hot rod shop.
Yeah.
They sold hot rod parts,
They
performance
tire
parts.
shop and a hot rod shop, yeah.
Okay.
They were the only one on the island. They were the first and only one.
Really?
Yeah, at that time, yeah.
Late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I used to do a lot of, my backyard, I used to do a lot of, at that time when somebody put a drop axle in and a set of dual pipes.
Yeah.
That was a big deal,
Yeah.
Lower to the front. But that's, so I did a lot of the, I swapped for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But the most expensive thing, it's hard to say. Probably the chroming.
Chroming, okay. And where'd you get the chroming done?
Victoria plating.
Okay. And the wheels you had in it, I can't remember.
48 Merc on the back, and I can't remember what.
They were dissimilar size, right? Back was bigger than the front?
Yeah, well, they were big and little.